So I just finished watching Paycheck from 2003, which is a John Woo film adapted from the Philip K. Dick story. And I remember being a kid, and my brother and I ended up renting The Crow with Brandon Lee. Our mother felt like checking out Paycheck over at a friend's house. She watched it, she loved it. And here we are, over 20 years later, never got around to seeing it until today. And, I'm surprised that I never really got enough interest in seeing Paycheck until today, because I do like all those really paranoid conspiracy thrillers, because Paycheck greatly resembles your classic conspiracy thriller. Like, the one that it best resembles would be 3 Days of Condor with Robert Redford and Faye Dunaway. But because it is based on a writing of Philip K. Dick, the one that that best resembles is Minority Report. And because Minority Report came out the year before, 2002, and is a Steven Spielberg film, like, how can you possibly up a Philip K. Dick telling with a different kind of director? Because John Woo is best known for doing explosive extreme action films, and in the late 90s, that's when Spielberg really started to take more of a philosophical approach to his films. And, because both films deal with memory and fate, like, having those kinds of similarities and back-to-back years, and both are done by the same author, one was bound to be more inferior to the other, and in this case, it was Paycheck. So the film deals with Ben Affleck, who is this engineer, and what he does is he'll get his he'll go do some sort of job, get his memory wiped afterwards, so that he has no memory of whatever the specific job was. The longest that's been done has been 8 weeks. But his buddy Aaron Eckhart talks him into this brand new thing, which will be 3 full years. So yeah, right then and there, that's something that never really sat well with me while I was watching it. Having no memory of 3 years and willing for all that stuff to happen. Like, I'm sorry, Ben Affleck is supposed to be this really, really talented engineer. He's supposed to be really, really smart in the film. He's one of those guys that can really figure things out just by like little inanimate objects. But he's willing to lose 3 years worth of memory for, like, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't buy that. So after the 3 years are up, he realizes that he's been set up. So many things are going wrong, and there's all these people that are trying to kill him. So when he learns more about the bad guy's intentions, who his friends are, and all that kind of stuff, the way that the movie is unfolding, that's all really, really good stuff. Like, he has this bigger yellow envelope full of just like seemingly meaningless inanimate objects, but they all hold really, really significant relevance to his mission. And so some of the things he's just able to MacGyver his way out of a really deadly circumstance. So that I really appreciated that aspect of it. But aside from the whole memory wiping mission, there was a few bits in this where it just wasn't really believable, kind of like clunky in some bits, but those clunky moments don't really drag the movie down by a whole lot. They drag the movie down where this isn't in the same league as Minority Report. I still do think that Paycheck is a really good film, but Minority Report is like a masterpiece. And the movie's also kind of like a Memento too, Christopher Nolan. But that, again, is a masterpiece. Paycheck, on the other hand, is one of the best films of 2003 in a runners-up category. Not top 10, but in a, as I said, runners-up category, Paycheck is easily making the list. The acting in this, by all really, really fine. Ben Affleck, underrated actor. And because this movie is way more of a thriller than it is an action film, I do take my hat off to John Woo for making a pretty competent thriller and succeeding through and through. So I feel like giving a Paycheck from 2003 3 stars out of 4.